at this heat map. So you can see his heat map. You can see that there's a lot of heavy running. The guy covers everywhere of the pitch. And I think that's what we've said. The guy is a hard worker. The guy runs. The guy will help us in the defensive transition. The guy helps in, the intensity of our midfield. The guy will improve the coverage that we had in the likes of Casemiro. So if, for example, you look at Casemiro's heat map, you could also see that Casemiro's heat map is also running. Casemiro is running. And I think that running and that coverage that Casemiro gave us, Ederson also can give us that because of based on the heat map we've seen. And you can see that it's not just light running, it's not medium running, it's heavy running. He's an hard worker. And I think that's one of the positives that we have seen in terms of his output down. Now let's go to successful passes. So total successful passes, Bruno Fernandes is 49th in that list in terms of total successful passes in the top 5 leagues this season. Casemiro is 54th. Ederson is 69th, right? 69 total successful passes. So that's what we've seen. And we've seen that in terms of successful passes, it doesn't match up to what the Brunos and the likes are doing. And Bruno and Casemiro are doing what they are doing in the Premier League. And I can tell you that in this list also, you see the likes of Ederson, Ghana. Even surprisingly, the midfielder that surprised me in this analysis was Locatelli of Juve, higher up. These guys are among the first top 10. And so Ederson is 69th in this list for total successful passes in the top 5 leagues. So we're looking at total successful passes by low pass. That's not just by passes in general, but by low passes in terms of ground passes. Bruno is, for United, Bruno is the first on that list in 63rd in terms of top 5 leagues in the Premier in Europe. We have Ederson is 64th. So Bruno is 63rd. Ederson is 64th in terms of low passes, right? So him and Bruno are closely on that. And then Casemiro is 68th on that list. 68th. So that means that Ederson makes as much low passes on ground passes as a Bruno Fernandes, right? So let's go to total successful passes by diagonal pass, right? By diagonal passes, the highest is Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is 11th position. That's diagonals, switching of play, long balls, right? That's Bruno Fernandes 11th in terms of top 5 leagues in Europe. And then we have Casemiro is 15th. That means we're doing very well in terms of Casemiro is 15th, Bruno is 11th on diagonals, right? But we see that Ederson is 68th possession. This is a big thing. Yeah, I know he has those passes, but the fact is, he's not doing as much as Bruno and Casemiro are doing, and he's not as successful as doing it as Bruno and Casemiro.